asking if there has been any money established or earmarked from the building that burned to go toward the skate park, if we had one time been kind of hinted that that was going to be a possibility. Never heard if that has been the case. Can anybody answer that? Or?
Well, Mr. Streich, first, if you wouldn't mind sharing your name and your address for the record.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I know it's been a while since
I've been here so many times, I figured everybody knew that. Roger Streich, 79 South Huron Drive, President and Project Coordinator for the Outdoor Skateboard Park.
Perfect. So, because you have your 3 minutes, do you have other questions? Or
yes, I do.
Okay, so why don't you continue on and we'll
run through those?
Sure, let's do that.
We were told again several years ago that every year there was going to be a $25,000 amount set aside by the city each year. We've never learned of any of that. Is this checking of the city budget? What is the budget established, if there is one, for the skate park project? Our major concern is many of the people that we have talked with over the past several years, and particularly the last 3 years, while we're doing the outdoor skate park rummage sale. Where is the site going to go that the skate park will be placed at? And until we get something official that states that this is going to be the site, and I'm going to go back to my original conversation a few years back, I still like to recommend and suggest that the Palmer Park is the preferred site by the general public. We have had considerable support from the community in our rummage sale fundraising. I would encourage any of you to stop by while we're there, and we can make special arrangements if you need to get there at a time that's most convenient for you. We're located on Milton Avenue at what used to be the Nissan dealership building, next to where Dunkin' Donuts moved from. And we make arrangements to get in there with you at any given time, or if you like to do it as a group or partial group, that's great as well. During the past 11 years, and it's been that long, that we've been working on this project, we would like to believe that our efforts from the cornrows, car washes, culvers, Scoopy nights, the roll-a-thons, silent auction, the Threshery, the Airfest, the Rock County, the Rock Around the Block, the benefit concert, the 4-H fair. During our, 2 years, almost 3 now, with the rummage sale, we've been very committed to this project and very, dedicated, I guess is the real word. And people keep wondering where the site is and how well we're doing financially. One of the things that we hear from people is, since there is no official site where the kids can now skate or ride their BMX bikes or anything, because it's all been kind of removed from downtown, and they're not allowed to go on city sidewalks, as most people believe and understand. If the kids are fined, does that money go to a special fund for the skate park, or does it just go into a general fund, which is what we've been led to believe?
Mr. Streich, in fairness, I know I spoke in your first part of your 3 minutes, so I tried to mentally calculate that. But I think, so I've got 6 items so far that I know that you've asked about. And I think, in fairness, I think rather than go through each of the 6 items, there are some new council members here. And I guess I'm going to throw this out from the standpoint of the council. If there is another council member that would want to look at the skate park coming back and maybe addressing Mr. Streich's questions, we certainly can do that. So I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just want to respect the fact that I allocate 3 minutes, or we allocate 3 minutes to each speaker. But you've brought forth some recurring asks, and there are new members of the council. So I'm going to respond, if you don't mind, to Jay first. Jay, if you'd like to respond, and then I'll go to council member.
Sure. I just wanted to mention that staff is in the process of, because we do have so many new city council members, staff is already in the process of gathering information that's been distributed to prior city councils concerning the skate park. And I believe staff is meeting with Mr. Streich. Is it later this week, Friday this week maybe? I think there's a meeting set up anyway, but we are in the process of pulling that information together, going all the way back to the original site selection process, which involved the Leisure Services Advisory Committee and before the Palmer Park site was even chosen, so that we can get council members all up to speed on where this started and where we're at now. So I anticipate that information should be pulled together in the next couple of weeks.
Would that be on an August agenda?
I wasn't planning to put it on an agenda for any action, but rather distribute it to the city council for your information, and then if based upon that information, council members want to, two council members want to put it on an agenda for some action, we can certainly do that.
Okay. So I guess, I don't know, I guess where we're at right now is you just heard Jay say that, you know, obviously someone from the city is going to be meeting with you and Fern later in the week. That can certainly address these specific questions, and then also put together the packet to the council members for review. And then at that time, we can actually see, after everybody's kind of brought up to speed, it will be up to the council to decide if myself or 2 members, if they want to bring it forward. But I guess, I think if you take away anything from this, Roger, we're going to review it.
Okay.
Okay?
Again, may I offer to all council members, please stop by, visit, see what we have received from the public in the way of support. You will be amazed. That's really what you need to do.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you both for coming. I know you've been here for couple hours now. So thanks again. So Jay, then he'll pass the, and did you make note of the items specific that, well, I don't know, he's meeting on Friday.
Right,
So.
and I think all those items will be covered in the materials.
Okay.
But I think the one item that Mr. Streich mentioned specifically had to do with funding from the insurance settlement, and that has been put in an account specifically earmarked for the skate park. If the city council chooses to proceed, if the city council chooses not to proceed with the skate park, then obviously that would be back to the general fund. But it is set aside right now.
And I just think, I can't stress enough that I think it's really important that everybody be brought up to speed, because we can all learn about the process of how we even got to the site where we're at, which, as Mr. Streich pointed out, has been advocating, he and Fern have been advocating for this for 11 years. So I just think it's important that we level set everyone to where we're at. So we'll look forward to getting that.